now. You can see Alex Holly, the cardboard cutout across the way. Will she survive the mean streets of Old City here at 2nd and Elfreth's Alley?
Cutout of Alex in Old City.
Oh my gosh!
To see what would happen to it.
Oh my God. Walk away.
Here's the trouble. The woman who put you back up put you against a trash
Oh no,
can.
oh no!
Oh! Thank God for SEPTA. Heather Redfern, thank.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another episode of the Ant Money Experience, the podcast unlike no other. That clip right there, yo, when I tell y'all, that shit had me dying. But I want to welcome y'all to another episode of the Ant Money Experience. Hope y'all enjoying your week. Y'all know this is the unofficial start of the weekend. This week has been a lot better than the last one. I will admit, last week kind of whooped my ass. Every once in a while, life be lifing, and that was definitely what it was last week. But enough of that. We are here now to get over the stresses of the week. Welcome. But y'all know how I like to start off every episode of the Ant Money Experience. Gotta give a shout out to the gang. The most dangerous podcast network in the world. The big exclusive network. If you have a podcast idea that you would like curated, you would like your podcast to be broadcast a little bigger than where you at right now, come on over to the Dream Team. We got plenty of room. But if you are here right now, I want you to make sure you check out on Tuesdays the big exclusive podcast with big exclusive himself, Angry OG, and Top Flight. They will be coming back very soon, very soon. Be patient, people, because when they come back, they're coming back with the shenanigans. All the BS. We are here for it. And we're going to remind y'all about big exclusive every time. Y'all could probably recite it with me at this point. Big exclusive, eat ass. Also, on Wednesdays, we got my guy, Ron, a.k.a. Phillip Banks, a.k.a. Delano Harrison, with the Safe Space for Men. That will also be coming back real soon. My guy is out there in the Dominican Republic right now, working on another family. I'm going to talk all the trash in the world because he probably don't got connection right now or probably in another time zone, but my guy works hard. I hope you are out there enjoying your vacation. Oh, I cannot see the chat right now because my computer is niggering it up right now. But before we go any further, a message from our sponsors. Just had to see where we was at. Producer, can you bring my special guest for this evening up?
Oh, there you go. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Good evening.
Yeah, I hear you. My computer is acting like a Negro right now, so I can't see the comments. But how are you doing this evening?
I'm tired. It's been a busy week. How about yourself?
My week was chill until today. They hit me with a task. I was like, yo, I just came here to dance. I ain't come here to work. For real.
Like, I don't got no choice, unfortunately.
Yeah, I make a living by not working hard, doing just enough that y'all see y'all need me, but I ain't working hard. Fuck this look like?
See, I need to do what you do.
Listen, gets that nice. But all right, we back. But without further ado, let's jump into that. If it bleeds, it leads. All right, my computer was scaring me for a minute. I said, I don't know what's going on. But producer, bring up my first video, please.
Members of a suspected human trafficking ring are now behind bars. According to the Pennsylvania Attorney General, the group exploited young women who were struggling with life for more than a decade. Action News reporter Becca Hendrickson looking into the details here live at the AG's office in Center City with more. Becca.
Shari, 52-year-old Terrence Jones exploited at least 12 women over a decade, according to investigators here. A grand jury aided in this investigation. They say that Jones used drugs to hurt these women who were struggling with addiction themselves. This is 52-year-old Terrence Jones. Pennsylvania's Attorney General Michelle Henry says for more than 12 years, he ran a human trafficking ring in Philadelphia, the suburbs, and South Jersey.
Yo, that was wild. I could start making a segment. Did you have any idea that your neighbors was on this type time?
First,
yo,
I don't want them to say the suburbs because that part of Distant Street is not the suburbs at all whatsoever.
Yeah, because you got like where the Northeast start, and then you got like what we consider the Northeast. But yo,
because that's where I'm at. This is the greater Northeast.
Right.
I ain't never seen him before, and I lived on Distant Street, okay?
So whenever I see stuff like this, I'm always curious, like, does anybody know this person? Because Philly is a big city, but you only a couple people away from knowing people. And I'm like, yo, I was at work and I saw this and I'm like, yo, this is crazy. So I happened to be talking to one of my friends yesterday and she said he was in this business for a while.
Yeah.
She said that he had tried to recruit her back in like, I want to say she said like 2005.
Well, we had moved because I was still married at that time. Well, before that time, and we lived on Distant Street, but not that block. We lived on the 2300 block.
Okay.
So my ex-husband actually said that he's seen him before.
Yo.
But the other people that were involved, he didn't see, and not to mention, it was a situation that happened like maybe 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, where down the street on the 3300 block of Cotman Avenue, it was a guy that actually broke into a house at 2:30 in the morning and SA'd a 9-year-old.
Whoa.
Burglarized the home and then SA'd the 9-year-old right down the street.
What? What up, Creamy? What up, Tony? I saw Darius in the chat as well.
Hey, ladies.
Welcome. But yeah, that's wild. I apparently a guy in one of the buildings adjacent to mine committed suicide yesterday.
Wow.
And the apartment building sent a message out. It was wild because they said he had lived there 15 years, and one of my neighbors that lives next door to him, she was like, I've never seen him before. I was like, damn, 15 years? You've been here at least like 2 to 3 years. And you never saw your next door neighbor? Like, not even by accident.
Did you know him?
No. And it's weird to me because I had 3 new neighbors that had moved in all within like the last 3 months. And I ran into each of them by accident. My neighbor to my left, I ran into her maybe twice. She's been here for like maybe a month. My neighbors across the hall, I ran into them a bunch of times. But I'm like, how do you have somebody that lives right next door that hasn't, like, you've never seen them and they've been here forever?
It's not uncommon nowadays. I'll say back when maybe 10 years ago, like even around here, like neighbors were actually friendly with one another. When the person would move in, we would go to each other's houses, introduce ourselves, give them a little basket. Like we actually were a community. Now it's not the same thing. Yeah,
I can say I'm not that neighbor. If I see my neighbors and I talk, it'll be in passing, but I'm not the neighbor that like introduce myself when they first move in.
Oh yeah,
but
no.
Also,
they have picnics and cookouts and bring over food and everything.
See, I mean my neighbors more so that way. Like if I come in a courtyard and I see people like outside, like I'll speak. But other than that, no. But also, them charges about to be crazy. What up, Jay King? But producer, my next topic, please.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Philadelphia. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Keep the picture there. I put this picture up as a joke. I said this is going to be me this weekend in Down Love Park in front of that portal. And I've been getting shares. I've been getting comments. A lot of people like, I really got you doing that. If I find the time, I'm really going to go down there and do that. All right, you can.
I know you. I know you definitely going to do it.
That's not even the craziest thing. Like, you know, the news has been down there and people have been recording. There was a dude out there smoking a blunt in front of the portal yesterday. I saw a video earlier, girls twerking in front of the portal. Yes, what did these people expect bringing it to Philly? And downtown, downtown, you're going to get the weirdest people anyway.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to get everything downtown. But
they might get the guy that jogs naked like every day around 1 o'clock.
Yo, this is my first time hearing about it.
Really?
Yeah,
I've been working downtown for a minute, so I've seen them back and forth.
That is wild. But even in New York, when they had it in New York, and they said that I think it was like simultaneously like one in Dublin, they said they had to close it down because the first day they had it up, everybody, oh, hi, America. They said the second day they was coming up making 9/11 jokes. I was like, oh shit.
Not surprised. It's Philly.
Yeah.
Welcome to Philly.
Well, no, that was when they had it in New York, because this isn't new. They had it in New York for a while in Times Square.
That's even worse.
Right. You're gonna get everything downtown. But I can't wait to go down there and Creamy, you don't gotta go downtown to flash.
All the bums, just like the New York Giants. I'm sorry.
Wow. I take it the producer didn't like that comment.
Well, you know, he's a big Giants fan. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'll get into that.
I love you though.
I'll get into that a little later because
don't be like that.
I don't want that kind of love.
Ruthless Records over here. But producer, jump into my next topic, please. Producer?
He's stuck. You mad about that Giants thing.
Yo.
Get over it.
Producer, next topic, please.
Oh, Jesus. He's in a trance. Somebody must have texted him some boobs.
Nah, nope, just being a dick. Y'all talking shit about the Giants.
I love you, though. Don't do that.
That was
mean it. Love you, mean it.
Indy is here. This is Indy. She has an apron for you.
And good job on the first day.
I think I should take off my jacket? I think so. The press wants to see this. Oh, he's a wealthy guy. He owns a lot of McDonald's. That's great. Thank you. Okay. Have a good time. Thank you. It's cute. This is fun. I could do this all day. I wouldn't mind this job. I like this job. I think I might come back and do it again.
Thank you.
So Ron's unc. Ron's unc was out at McDonald's out in somewhere east of Blip, PA. And Kamala Harris made a statement about working at McDonald's, and he said, he got somebody to say she never worked at McDonald's before, which honestly, that's neither here nor there.
Doesn't even matter.
She grew up with a single parent. I'm not gonna be ignorant to the fact that she possibly worked somewhere retail.
In the fast food industry.
Right.
But you know he can't be outdone.
So he went out there and decided to work, and people were like, "Oh, Donald Trump is delivering my
But did he though?
He looked very awkward. Like he looked like your old ass uncle that like you out at the market and you like, oh, come on this way. But with that being said,
Hold up though.
running for president 2024, I like to encourage everybody to go out there and vote regardless of who you are voting for. Make sure it is me.
How about that whole thing was staged?
Kamala J. King, she grew up in a single parent household. The relationship she had with her dad was kind of murky, but as far as the details that I know of, but she did grow up in a single parent household.
No, she did. Her stuff is facts. Him working at McDonald's, that was staged.
Yeah.
The McDonald's was closed.
For sure. And you know it was staged because for one, the Secret Service would have had to been there because he's an ex-president. For two, as he's delivering food, you can hear in the back people in the background, like from a distance, saying, "We love you, Donald."
For three,
also,
did you see the cameraman in the background?
Yeah, and also Donald Trump has been out here wilding this week. Kamala has been like, I mean, she let y'all know she keep that glizzy, don't run up in her crib, but she won't let that thing go.
Hello.
When she said that, I was like, I didn't expect it, but also I don't know what kind of other answer y'all was expecting. But Donald,
nothing
did you hear his Arnold Palmer comment?
No, I didn't. What happened?
So Donald Trump said Arnold Palmer, because I also didn't know that Arnold Palmer was from Pennsylvania. Of course they staging on both ends. I don't deny that at all. But Donald Trump was in the middle of Pennsylvania somewhere. Apparently it was Arnold Palmer's hometown. So he said, Arnold Palmer was a hell of a guy. You know, he was a guy's guy. He said he wasn't just impressing people on a golf course. They said, man, the pros, when he went in the shower, they said he was a man. He was a man's man.
That's disturbing.
Very. First of all, you said that in a crowd full of women.
Yeah, that's disturbing.
Two, if I thought of a guy, the last thing I would think of is his peace. I was in the Army where we had to take showers in open bays. Couldn't tell you what anybody's manhood looked like.
Wait, you had to do what?
We had to take showers. They call them an open bay, where it's like almost like jail showers, where it's a bunch of showers all down the line, and you go in and you take a shower, and the next person is like about arm's length away from you.
Oh no!
I mean, it was either that or don't wash. We had a couple people like that, and we told them about this. Hey, take your nasty ass in there and take a shower. Like, I mean, the first day it's kind of weird, but I mean, I'm not looking at nobody in there, and I don't think nobody was looking at me. Go in there, take a shower, and get out. But Donald Trump is, I'm not gonna lie, homeboy is showing signs of dementia. I'm not telling nobody what to do, but that man is 80-something years old. I can imagine that he's getting there because he is definitely showing signs of it with some of the stuff he's saying. He had a press conference the other day where he was there playing music. He didn't even say anything. He was just like, hey, play Ave Maria. What?
But got the nerve to talk about Biden, though.
Yeah, he definitely looking like he is a step away from where.
Hey, Mr. Cheese.
Also, this is one of my favorite videos. Producer, play the next clip, please. Tyler Perry, word on the street is that you don't like women.
He doesn't. I'm sorry, allegedly.
Every opportunity that you have to show that you actually do like women, you do something like this. It reminds me of 40-year-old version when
you do too much.
when they was sitting there and he was like, yeah, I had this one girl, she had these boobs, they felt like bags of sand. Like you just don't know what to do around women. Like he looked like a little kid. Like he threw that money and was like, I'm out, icky.
It was awkward.
It looked
like you looked out of place. You look like you didn't know what to do. Like you look like you don't know how to handle anything.
I mean, it took me 2 watches to actually figure out what was going on in this video, because the first time I watched it, I didn't even realize Tyler Perry was in that video. I saw the young lady and I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, you ain't see Medea?
I did not see him at all. And then I saw Usher walk up only because he blocked my view. And then I was like, wait, what was the point of that video after I watched it? I read the caption. I was like, Tyler Perry was in that video?
The point of that video
I said,
was to show him throwing money at half-naked women.
My eyes didn't even gravitate there. But when I saw it, I was like, oh, yeah, he don't like women.
He don't. It was to take you off the scent.
Yeah. Nah, brother, we
know better.
No, own your truth.
Too low.
But producer, I ain't gonna lie to you. I want to watch the video one more time. I want to watch that video that we played at the beginning.
Now you can see Alex Holley, the cardboard cutout across the way. Will she survive the mean streets of Old City here at 2nd and Elfreth's Alley?
Cutout of Alex in Old City.
Oh my God!
To see what would happen to it.
Oh my God! Walk away.
Here's the trouble. The woman who put you back up, put you against a trash can.
Oh no!
Thank God for SEPTA. Heather Redfern, thank.
That is going to be my funny video of the week, ladies and gentlemen. When I tell you that is, you've had 3 examples of how Philadelphia is not a real place on this podcast. First of all, when they sat on Mike's face, and then why will he hump that post? I'm
gonna keep my comments to myself about that.
Why would he hump that cutout like that?
I'm gonna keep my comments to myself about that.
He waited in line to do it.
Because all it takes is a little bit of beer.
Shout out to J King. He actually sent her flowers to Fox 29, and she gave him a shout out. She said, "Thank you for the flowers. I like them." I wanted to say ease up off my girl, but I remembered she only my girl on my mind. But let's jump into a little sports talk. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want y'all to pray for my beloved Patriots. We need all the prayer we could get, or the next #1 draft. What up, niece? Pray for the #1 pick in the draft, because we look like shit.
Yeah, so does my
Speaking of looking like shit, shout out to the New York Giants.
Don't be like that now. That's okay. The Giants is bums. Y'all been bums for when was the last time y'all won anything?
See, around here on the big exclusive network, I don't play no Giant slander. I don't give a goddamn who you is, show or no show. Any Giant slander will be met with violence.
Are you done?
Violence.
Are you finished or are you done?
Damn.
You finished or are you done?
That was
because
crazy.
It don't change nothing. Y'all still bums. Don't get me wrong. My Saints is right behind y'all in the bum territory. Okay.
Speaking of, I watched the Monday Night Football game this week, and it was the Bucks versus, I forgot who the Bucks played, but they did y'all a favor. Yeah, he was real petty. He hate for somebody to talk about his Giants.
Yeah, that's not
ever take me out of the production board, because I'm gonna be a fool. But yeah, the Buccaneers lost their star wide receiver Mike Evans in like the first quarter. It was a nasty situation. He went to catch the ball, he fell, and a guy that tackled him fell on top of him, and they both like rolled opposite directions. So his knees like kind of knocked, and the guy rolled on his leg. So you knew like the way he rolled on it, you knew it was a bad knee injury. And his knee also hit that guy in the ribs. So they both was laid out. And then with like, I want to say under 30 seconds left, the Bucks was like fighting to the end, and Godwin got hurt. They said he's done for the year. I believe they said he had one knee injury that made him miss the season a couple years ago, and I think they said he did his other injury. I love football. I like to see a person get hurt, knocked out the game, the wind knocked out of you, maybe a little concussion, but I don't ever like to see anybody get hurt. I don't like to see people get injured. I never want to see somebody's career be in jeopardy or you missing multiple games.
Exactly. Like I like a good stiff arm.
Tay Boogie, how you doing, good brother? I ain't seen you on the gram in a minute. I miss your antics. I hope all is well.
Hey, Tay.
But also, the season has started. Basketball is back. The 76ers lost last night to the Bucks. It was they was fighting not to have Embiid and not to have Paul George. They were make sure you check in every week. You've been going for a minute. You've been going for a minute, Tay Boogie. I enjoy seeing your comments.
Hope all is well.
But so I have a question. Embiid said that he is not playing any of the back-to-back games this season. So they said off the bat he is set to miss about 15 games at least. How do you feel about a player saying that they are not going to play back-to-back games in an 80-game season?
Me personally, then what am I paying you for?
Yeah, so apparently this isn't uncommon. The coach also did this a couple years ago when he was the coach of the Raptors and they won the championship. He did this with Kawhi Leonard. And they just weren't as vocal about it at the time. So when he did this, Kawhi ended up playing the entire season and ended up winning the championship MVP. But I'm like, the fact that you refuse to play back-to-back games, I think that's kind of crazy.
That's a little excessive. Like, I get it. You want to preserve your body. But still, this is what you signed up for. Like, this is what people are paying their money to see.
Yeah. But that concludes, if it bleeds, it leads. Producer, let's jump into that lounge talk. So, y'all know how I like to start my lounge talk. I have an interesting wine cooler topic this evening. So I was at work and yesterday a lady at my job suggested that I go on 90 Day Engaged or whatever this is called on Netflix. She was like, I think you would be a great candidate. She was like, you would be a great candidate. You know what, Tay? She was like, because you got personality. And she was like, I could see you being one of those candidates on a 90 Day Fiance. That's what it's
called. I was about to say 90 Day Fiance?
Yeah, she was like, I think you would be a great candidate because I see you getting up there and being like a person that people would hate. And I was like, I have no problem being hated.
So you automatically.
So today, another individual walked up and he said that he said he was bored yesterday and he checked his inbox. And you know how you get messages from people you're not friends with? Mm-hmm. He said he actually got an invitation to be on the show. He was like, I didn't click on it. I can't verify if it was real or not. But he was like, I thought that was odd that we talked about that. And I went home and I had an inbox to be on that show. But, hey, I would be up there acting a fool.
I would definitely watch that show because I've never watched it before. However, if you decided to go ahead and they picked you, I definitely watch it just because I already know you're gonna give a great show. You're gonna be the villain.
So for sure. So I actually was like, I wouldn't mind doing The Bachelor. Oh, I would love to do The Bachelor. I said I have a strategy. I would in the very beginning see who I really don't like, keep that person to the very end, and keep choosing whoever is like my favorite. And then at the very end, I would get there and be like, you know what? I know that we've grown this love for each other, but I never liked your ass anyway.
Oh, Tay Boogie, I don't know if I'd be able to do that. You said me too. I don't think I'd be able to do that. I would do Ready to Love. I wouldn't do 90 Day Fiance because I networking my
They
thing.
should. Will and Jada should get together and make a show called Entanglement and have contestants. I'd be down for that.
No comment.
We might have to go back and edit that part out. I would like some
Rewind.
residual. Damn, residual whoop my ass.
What you got in that cup?
Some federal wine. I would show it, but you have to pay me for that type of sponsorship. But
I would do it, Tay Boogie. I would do it.
It led to an interesting conversation about dating. So the young lady that I was having the conversation with, she's married, but she said she still goes out with her single friend. And she was like, we've started talking about how a lot of people use dating apps. And I was like, I mean, I've never gotten a date off a dating app. It's not for me. I'd rather meet people. So this one guy, they was like, so she said, so where do you guys go to get women? So the one guy was like, I don't go to clubs. He was like, honestly, I meet people going to Wegmans. So the lady was like, Wegmans? He was like, I go to the bar at Wegmans, and he was like, I'll drink. And he was like, I meet people. He was like, it's cool. He was like, sometimes when there's a game on, I'll go to Wegmans. I'll buy wings at the bar, sit there, have drinks. And he was like, people meet up at Wegmans. And I was like, that's not crazy, because somebody I know goes to Wegmans, and like they'll be over there having a time.
You know, Wegmans is it. I ain't gonna lie.
Like they closed moderately late to be able to accommodate that kind of crowd. So I was like, yo, that's actually not a bad idea. He was like, think about how many. He was like, in my neighborhood is only Wegmans. So think about it. Everybody's going to this Wegmans, and I'm catching people. He was like, you know, as I'm going back and forth getting stuff, as I'm at the bar, you know, I see people. I was like, damn, that's a killer mentality. But the young lady, she started talking about how she's her friend's wingman. So she was like, nobody approaches my friend, which led me to my water cooler topic. I said, well, is your friend ugly? And she wouldn't answer the question. She said she has a beautiful spirit. I was like, that's not what I asked.
And that means that she's ugly.
I
the
said,
fact that she didn't even answer.
She said she has nice long black hair. She was like, I mean, she's not everybody's taste. She's thick. I was like, you could be thick and pretty. I was just dating a woman that was thick and pretty. I said, but is she ugly? And she would not answer the question. She was like, my ugly may be different than your ugly. And I was like, I can see somebody that I'm not attracted to and still see beauty within them. And then you have somebody that's just not attractive. She was like, she has a beautiful personality. But I noticed, so I had this conversation with a friend earlier, and she was like, yeah, we don't generally say our friends are ugly. I noticed if a friend is really pretty, the girlfriend will say her friend is really pretty. But
that's how she bad.
Why don't girls say that their friend is ugly?
Because we don't want to downplay our friends like that, especially not the guys. I know me personally, I just don't do that when it comes to the whole. First and foremost, if you ask me if she's attractive, you're shallow. Like, no, that's shallow. It is shallow.
That is not shallow.
But you know what? I'll take it back. I know men are visual creatures, so I'll take that back.
Yeah, one of my friends wanted to hook me up with one of her girlfriends. I saw the girlfriend. I was like, I'm cool.
So you're actively dating now?
I'm outside.
Oh, we're going to have fun for your hot seat. Oh, I got some more questions now.
But if the friend is ugly, she ugly. Like, if somebody asks me about my homie J King, I'm going to say that nigga ugly. It's like, I just said that because he on the show. But if a friend asks me or if somebody asked me about one of my friends and I was to hook them up with a friend, I will hook them up with a friend that is their type. So if I see that you like dark skinned dudes, I'm gonna set you up with one of my homies that's dark skinned. If I see light skinned fat dudes is your thing, I'm gonna hook you up with my homie Corey.
Okay, that's somebody.
Ooh!
That's
No, that's also my homie Corey. I wish he was up here right now. That is his thing. When he goes out, he'll ask a girl like, "You like light skinned fat niggas?" So that is really his thing. But if somebody asks like, "Hey, what's up with your friends?" I'm gonna hook them up with what I consider their type, and I expect the same in return. But y'all gonna lie, y'all going, "Oh, my friend, she's nice."
I'll pass on that. But that's very thoughtful of you. See, that's why I don't play the hookup game. I don't do that.
You know, I've never actually played the hookup game. It's always been like a, "Hey, what's up with your friend?"
Yeah.
And they saw me out with their friend and they might have interacted. But
like I've had friends that have hooked up with other friends. Like I used to have, when I was married, we used to throw parties all the time. So all of our friends would come over collectively and they would meet up with one another. Be like, "Hey, what's going on with your friend?" And they would, if they ended up hooking up, they just ended up hooking up. Just keep me out of y'all mess.
So were these parties freak offs?
Absolutely no.
That was a fair question in this day and age.
Nope, no, but see, it's this day and age. We were having parties. You know what? Never mind. Because he was having them parties back in the 90s. Never mind. No, they were not freak offs. They were good,
I was about to say,
wholesome parties with an abundance of alcohol and food. And
wait, put up Tay Boogie's copy. Yo, I really miss Tay Boogie. He said, "Hendy in the system, you already know I'm Cupid." Yo, you ask if she cute, they be like, hold on. They be like, "She got a good personality." I didn't ask you that. Yo, real shit. Like the way we have to drag it out of her. And my conclusion is that the friend was ugly. And the coworker is attractive. So my homie was like, "Do she look like you?" She was like, "No, she doesn't look like me." I was like,
But the fact that you asked, does she look like you? Does that mean that you're looking at the coworker?
She's a married woman. I have eyes, but I just
look at her like that.
I mean, if I had to describe her, I would say she's attractive, but it's not. First of all, I don't do workplace romance.
Me neither. It's messy. That's way too messy.
So, because it's going to hurt that person's feelings when I walk past that individual as if nothing ever happened. I'm very good at that game.
I'm guilty. Not at work though, but just seeing an ex in passing, I will walk past you like I ain't never meet you before in life.
Yeah, it's the same way I'm dealing with one of my neighbors right now. With that being said,
what did I say?
Producer, can you play my lounge topic video for this evening?
It is now illegal to go through your husband's phone. And this is for every ear that can hear me. This is not just a Texas issue. This is also a federal crime. The Federal Wiretap Act states it is unlawful to intercept any wire, oral, or electronic communication. It is also unlawful to disclose the contents of the wire, oral, or electronic communication. Y'all know what's considered electronic communication? Text messages, emails, DMs. And it doesn't matter if you're in the community property state, saying that the phone is community property will not work. Even if your husband willingly gave you his password, it still would not work. The courts feel that even if he did give you the password, you went beyond the scope of what he thought you would reasonably be doing with his phone, such as taking screenshots of a text message that you would eventually use against him in court. It is now illegal to go through your.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I came across this video on IG the other day. I first want to start off by saying, have you ever gone through somebody's phone?
You want me personally?
Yes.
Yes, I have, and that's only because they gave me the warrant to. I never asked. It was pretty much presented to me here. I never brought up a subject about nothing. Here, I'm this, I'm that. You can even look through my phone. I'm like, no, I don't want to. Like, what I gotta look through your phone for? No, just look. My thing is, if you want me, no, don't do that, Shannon. If you want me to look, First of all, why do you want me to look? If you want me to look, that means that I already know you're hiding something.
Oh yeah, and there's plenty of ways to
Or you're hiding, you got one of them apps or some dumb stuff, because especially if I'm not the one that bought it up. So I mean, yeah, I went through it for GP. All right, all right, I'm gonna look through it.
So I had a friend, and she's the
That's
ultimate.
not true, Shannon.
She's the ultimate detective. When I tell you, I've watched her like somebody talk
Ain't
shit.
no cackle here.
I've watched somebody talk shit to her on Facebook, and she's going back like, your address is such and such, such and such. I suggest you stop talking shit about me. And I was like, whoa.
Wow.
She's good. So she told me that when she goes through phones, she goes in the search bar and messages, and she hits keywords like fuck, pussy, dick. And she was like, she sees what comes up. And I was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
I learned actually very young in the flip phone era not to go through phones.
What's the point?
I was with this young lady, and I was young, and I was glad I learned this lesson young. I went and I looked in this young lady's phone, and it was in flip phone era. That's how long ago it was. And I saw that she had sent her titties to her ex, and I was like, first of all, looking back on it is funny because that picture was grainy as shit. Now that I think about it, but I was like, and she was like, "You shouldn't have went through my phone." I was like,
"Wow." See, I can read people.
Now we weren't together; we were like on again and off again, but still.
I can read people very well. Read people what they say, their body language. So 9 times out of 10, they tell them themselves when they're doing something.
For sure, I feel that God always reveals things to me. So I'm not going to say I've never been cheated on, but when stuff starts funny,
it's discernment.
But yo, Tay, that is real shit. Cause in that moment, my heart dropped down to my stomach. I was just like, fucking bitch. I was hurt. I was ready to cry. But into talking about that law, I sat there and I actually today I heard on a podcast somebody go deeper into the law of why the law is what it is. So I know this used to apply to like other things, but they were saying that this applies to phones now, and it's even if somebody gave you their password to look, they only gave if they gave you their password, they say that the law states that they're giving you their password for a certain purpose. They said it's illegal to go through phones because phones are no longer just a phone the way it would have been at one point. Now a phone is your life. So they were like people walking around with their life records, documents. This one dude on the show was like, yo, my will is in my cell phone right now. I can pull it up for you.
When it comes down to people who are married, because there are a lot of states where it's if you get caught cheating, there's the whole situation of spousal support, alimony, all that good stuff. If somebody's going to come out and say, I'm cheating on you,
well, you still don't have the right to go through their phone the way the law is set up. Because even if I gave you the password to my phone, I didn't give you the password for you to intend on using it as a source against me.
So they're going to
change the law. I would be curious. What'd you say?
They're going to have to change the law for alimony then. Those little instances where if you get caught cheating, just like there's a clause, because people have those contracts where there's a clause, if I get caught cheating, then you get this amount.
Well, before we go any further, producer, I want to ask the audience what they got to say about that. And if y'all think I came here to play with y'all, god damn it, I'm not. I'm glad to see y'all tonight because y'all been missing on a live pod for a little bit, so I ain't had the chance to bring the bandana back out. But yeah, I just don't. My rule has always been. I tell it on the air right now. My password is 0407. I tell anybody my password. For the most part, if you need to get in my phone, you're probably getting in my phone for something for my benefit at the time. Whether that be we at a party, I'm on the aux, and you want to change the song, go ahead. But don't my rule has always been don't touch my phone unless you want to pay that phone bill.
See, my thing is I don't have nothing to hide. And do you know what the funny thing is? I've had more guys go through my phone than I have gone through theirs.
Oh, so what you be doing that make them feel like that?
Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing whatsoever. I guess because you know what? I'll be very honest.
Hold on 1 second before you start. Producer, drop the link for the good people to call in and comment on either one of the Lounge Talk topics for this evening.
Oh yes, please join in.
But
yeah, I don't feel as though I do anything. I'm not over friendly. When it comes down to me being in a relationship, I'm all in to that person. Like, I think the threat is that I have male acquaintances, and the biggest thing for me lately dating has been y'all in words. It's like, wait a minute, do you hang out with these guys all the time? No. Well, you real close with such and such. So, like, I've known this person for such a long time. And then a lot of people are threatened by my ex-husband. Okay, well, we have children together. Not only that, I told you from the very beginning, this is somebody who I'm very close with.
And I don't get that from you. Just being around you and your husband, I wouldn't suspect there's anything. I mean, honestly, looking at y'all, if I didn't know that y'all had been married, I would just assume y'all were real good friends. Like, it almost looked like siblings. Like, yo, you good? Yeah, I'm good. Or like, oh, you sure you cool? Yeah, I'm good. But it don't look like anything other than the conversations. Like, you can read body language.
Exactly, and that's the problem. I think a lot of men can't read body language.
Hey, Boogie, my
hey, Boogie.
God.
Don't go through the phone if you don't want to cry in the car.
I agree.
Throwing air punch.
You gonna cry in the car. Don't do it.
I mean, the tears might drop before you start.
What I say.
Listen. All it take is for somebody to be like, "Hey, baby," and that's enough. That "hey, baby" could mean anything.
Yeah. No, you're right.
So therefore, I don't want that smoke.
So
I don't want that smoke.
I think I agree with that, because I feel like if you look through somebody's phone and you're already looking with the intent of something,
everything sounds bad.
You can read something and it could mean something completely different than you're reading it. Like, I could be saying to one of my friends, "Don't worry about it, sweetheart," and that joking voice.
Yeah.
And somebody could go through the phone.
You hung yourself.
What you mean, don't worry about it, sweetheart?
My friends tell me that they love me. Or I told my friends, "Love you. Are you good? You okay? Do you need me for this? Who the F this N-word?" Like, really? Come on, don't do that.
Or
like, yo, you love it?
Exactly. I've had that. Like, so you just gonna say that you love him, though?
I just be like, that's my mom, son. Like, why is you love it? That's my mom. That's my mom's.
But
I can't say I love you to my mom's.
I have friends that we might not talk all the time, and we might go in and out of communication, and it's still, yo, I love you. Or not even just that. I refuse to change my number, and I haven't had to block many people in my life. I want to say I blocked maybe 2. So an ex might hit me up checking on me. Yo, what's up with you? How you been? Look. We could be having a conversation, and you could start off in that conversation and read somewhere where a reminisce happened, but not get down to the part and it's like, all right, I'm good. I'm glad to see you still alive, but nah, it ain't.
Do you guys believe in phone gods?
Say that again.
Do you guys believe in phone gods?
Absolutely. Phone gods hate men.
Listen, I almost lost out on heart transplant offer because of phone gods.
Yo, that's petty.
I'm gonna tell you real quick story. So it was like 1:30 in the morning, right? My phone go off. And I look at it, I'm like, I'm not picking up no phone, no 12 something in the morning. I think nothing of it. I look over, my wife's phone start going off. So now I'm like, hold on, this could have been serious. She answers the phone because phone guards don't work for women. Like, it just don't happen. So when she answers the phone, it's another female, and I hear it. Instantly, I go to sleep in my head. I'm asleep off the top. She's like, babe, wake up. Huh? What? She's like, do you know such and such? I'm like, no. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It was the doctor telling me that they had a heart available, and I wasn't going to answer the fucking phone.
Yo, no, phone guys don't like women either. Because I've been in situations where I've been out on a date, or I've been with my dude at the time, and an ex will call. However, y'all know me. Y'all know my exes come to the events because they support me. Like, we're cool.
Right.
Like,
And it's different when you're in any kind of form of entertainment and you have, dealings with people like that.
Exactly.
They can hit you up on some, hey, yo, real quick, I need you to and to us that's regular, but when you don't know what that is, and if you try to be slick and go back and scroll, your fingers is gonna fall smooth off the phone when you read it.
Yo, let me tell you, if y'all would look at if I had a dude right now, he was looking at my DMs, he would be questioning every single person.
Yeah, play your phone guards.
Damn, what them DMs be looking like?
No, but it don't even be on no funny type stuff like that though. Like, it's a lot of back and forth. I do a lot of, like, me and you send memes. Yeah. I had a falling out with somebody because of me and you sending memes on IG. Like, so what's going on with you and Aunt? What?
Y'all just kikiing together, huh? Y'all kikiing together.
Like, we funny memes back and forth.
And the funny thing is, if that person stopped to actually like look at the memes, it's stupid shit.
The fact that you even looked at my phone, though, you went on my IG and my DMs and was looking like, so what's going on with you and Aunt?
So also, I was watching a Joe Budden podcast earlier, and he said that he had texted his favorite bartender. It was like, yo, you working tonight? And she said, no, I'm out of town. I'll be back in a month. So he said the bartender screenshot it, cropped out the names, and posted it on her IG and said, if you're looking for me, I'll be back in a month. So his girlfriend saw it and called him and was like, so why are you so worried about your bartender being gone for a month? And he was like, he said, how do you know that's me? And she said, I know the way you text and use emojis. It looked like something you would say, and your emojis, the way you use them, that was you. And I was like, yo.
Nah, she looked. She looked.
We know how y'all talk, how y'all word stuff. We know the emojis that, like, when you're in a flirtation, we pick up on stuff like that.
Sometimes, well, I got like 15 different personalities, so you never know who the fuck I am.
I can contest to that because I'm a Gemini.
Bang bang. I'm a Virgo Libra, but I be everywhere.
I'm an asparagus.
Shut up.
Stop. Just stop. Stop.
I'm an asparagus.
You hurt yourself. Stop.
I'm an asparagus, and I was born under a crescent moon.
Anyway, but yes.
That sound at the right time.
Yeah, females, we know how y'all talk. We know all that, but
that is true.
Like I'm saying, that it's just not safe to look in somebody's phone. Like I
said, also, fellas, if your woman is predicting all your moves, she's not a psychic. She just cloned your phone.
No, a lot of times,
you're welcome.
No, we know your movements. We know that person. And like you were saying earlier, like I tell people all the time, 9 times out of 10, if I'm asking you a question, I already know the answer. I just want to see if you're gonna lie in my face.
So I forgot what comedian it was. He said, I think it might have been D-Ray. He said, when you begin a relationship, do everything awkward from the beginning. Come in the house 3 o'clock in the morning, put your head between the mattress, scream, yell, and take a shower. So when your side piece trip you the fuck out and you come home and do that, it don't look crazy. And I gotta say, that makes the most fucking sense.
Facts on that, Playwave TV. Geminis are emotional terrorists. Only if
triggered.
If you're a liar. We can smell liars. We can see it in your eyes. We can tell it on your face. We can smell like you're a liar. So yeah, be emotional terrorists then.
Women in
everything to cut your ass down.
women in general are emotional terrorists. Matter of fact, Joe Dowling, I want to know your opinion on the topic. Also, I want you to be on the spotlight. So, Tay Boogie, I'm gonna ask you about the first question I asked. How do you feel about women saying like not? Have you experienced like I believe you're a married man, correct?
Indeed.
So,
What's
do
today?
you notice your wife not saying her friends are ugly?
Repeat that one more again.
Like your wife, if she's like, say one of your homies like, yo, you got a friend for me? Oh, I got this one friend for you. Would your wife purposely not say her friend is ugly?
She built different.
So
She
your wife
built
be
different.
like, I got this one
She
ugly
be,
ass bitch for you.
she be like, yo, the way your account look, I got somebody for you.
Oh shit.
If you look like you're a broke ass nigga, she got a broke ass chick for you. If you're a fly dude, then she got, and I do the same thing. I be like, nah, that boy hit, but I heard his back shot crazy. So that's
Okay,
what you want.
matching people up.
So
especially when they're hitting in the system.
So your wife is definitely the go for that, because I feel like a lot of people won't be honest. Like I've had a friend. No, I can't tell that story because I think the person may be watching.
I think the dopest thing she said before was, "Nah, we're not gonna do that." Yeah, I think that was the dopest letdown she ever did.
I had a friend hook me up with somebody, and we were not like on the same wave. And it was like, but you knew I wasn't going to be on the same wave, and you knew that this wasn't going to work out. And when I approached that friend about it, she was like, "Wow, I think y'all be a good match."
But see, I do that sometimes. Like if Mr. Petty is chilling right here today, if Mr. Petty is like, "Yo, Tay, what's up?" and I'm like, "Yo, Petty, what it is?" then I will do shit on spite. Like I know, like this is water and electricity, and I'll put that together on purpose. Because the popcorn that you're gonna eat when you watch the train wreck is amazing.
See, I don't like train.
Well, as long as you're not on the train, you just gotta be around the train. You could be at the station.
Comedian in you. That's what that
you
is.
could be at the station, just don't be on that train. You know what I mean?
But Tay, I appreciate you checking in with us. Make sure you check it back. I legit missed you in the comments.
I miss you guys too.
When I saw you,
all love.
I got hyped.
I miss all y'all.
I appreciate you checking in with us.
It's so good
night,
to see
brother.
you.
I miss all y'all. Keep up the great work. I stay in tune. I be quiet, but I stay in tune with y'all. You heard?
I appreciate that.
All
love.
All right. Mr. J. King Player Wave himself. How do you feel about this new law? They done hit Joe, they done hit him with a new law.
Definitely hit on with the new law. With stuff that's going on now, a lot of these laws is going to change, especially with like technology going on. I'm not surprised. So, everything with people privacy, AI, all that, a lot of these laws, they definitely want to get real, stringent towards it. So I ain't surprised.
Yo, speaking of AI, our big sis Chalk, she did a live last night, and she was on a phone, and somebody was using some AI app to talk to her, and this person was using a voice of Nipsey Hussle.
What?
Yo, I sat there and I watched it because I thought I was tripping, because I had took a nap. I woke up and I was looking. So as I was watching, I'm like, yo, this person sound like Nipsey. And she continued to talk, and the person was using his Nipsey Hussle voice. And I was mind blown by this.
Let's be honest though. Is there any such thing now called privacy?
It can be.
You
have to enforce it for yourself.
How do you enforce it for yourself? And I'm just talking overall. I'm not even just talking with your significant other.
I mean, you got to make sure you have strong boundaries. Not saying that it's 100% or it's perfect, but you got to try to your best ability to have boundaries that are not withering.
That's a good question, real Presidente. With how things is going right now, and with the internet and stuff like that.
That's what I'm saying.
You could literally look up people like it ain't nothing. So I don't know if the privacy really do exist, to be honest. That's a very good question.
Somebody in the club, put it in Google.
You'll
and
never
find that
be.
person.
I
Yeah.
don't think you'll ever in this day and age have complete privacy, but I mean, to the best of your ability, if you put boundaries up, like for instance, there's very few people that really know who I am. People only know what I allow them to see. So,
Yeah.
for instance, I had a girlfriend that get in an argument with me about the whole you don't post me on Facebook thing. I don't need
I don't do that.
validation.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
And
Like, why?
what would I told her, I said, listen, my parents have been married for 30 plus years. And they both been on Facebook, I would say, since about, let's say 2007. My parents just put pictures up of them together last year.
Look, I give it to them.
30 plus years of marriage.
But you know, they didn't come from the social media era, and now with social media, it's good that they didn't. But it's just like people want too much online validation for things in their life. It's just too crazy.
For what? Because you're opening up the door for people's ridicule, for people to go ahead and throw shots. Because let me just be real. People don't want to see other people happy, especially when they're miserable. Because the moment you put a picture up, oh, I know him, oh, I know her.
Facts.
Really, you
Misery definitely loves company.
That is facts.
Also, Joe, I wanted to know, have you ever gone through a phone before?
No.
Damn, player.
You set yourself up for hurt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you set yourself up for hurt, man. What you don't know ain't gonna hurt you. For real, for real.
I mean,
he gonna say I'm capping.
He want to say everybody capping, so that mean that you look through people's phones too.
Now I can say it's not an active thing, and after that once, I did it, and it was like somebody gave me their phone, and the messages popped up, and I looked.
Oh, okay, honesty, I like it.
I was like, I looked, I didn't click on it. I looked, and I was like, oh, that was interesting, but also I couldn't speak on it because. Oh, he said I have. Okay.
He admitted it. I'll give it to him.
Was you in the car punching the horn? But then, so Joe, is this just
doing the Cuba Gooding Jr. or Boys in the Hood? What did you say?
Next way, I don't care.
I'm honest. I've never gone through a phone, but I had mine's going through. First of all, niece, I want to tell you. One day we had to have a talk. Because you posted a video, well, not a video, you posted a picture online of somebody on your rain cam. Rain cam footage is hilarious. Let me tell you. The way that man was on her porch, on that rain cam, I cried.
Yo.
I think it was a video that she posted because he would not leave her alone. And the emotions that he expressed.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh man!
When I tell you, I don't care.
I'll only speak on this because it's public knowledge, and she already put it on Facebook. But he got so angry, he tried to grab the ring cam off the little thing.
Ooh.
Niece, when I tell you, I know hard.
I'm gonna keep these stories to myself.
You know, and you know them light skins drive them crazy. Say no.
I posted in my story. He was crazy, and the funniest part about it for me was I know him personally. It made it funnier. I have not seen him since that video was posted, but boy, he got some jokes coming his way the next time.
Oh man!
But also, I'm just gonna say, like, fellas, I'm gonna just speak to the fellas. Fellas, don't do it. It's not a good thing. If your queen is holding you down, and if you feel like she doing something crazy, address it. But don't go through that phone because you're gonna see some things. First of all, I would be scared to go through a woman's pictures.
Shit is like a vault.
Also,
You gonna go through 1,000 in the camera roll? Hell no.
Since we here, women, if you gonna send a nudie, send a fresh one.
I'm done.
Don't send a recycled one, cause a nigga like me, I'ma save it to my phone, and when I save it to my phone and it says a date prior to today, I'm gonna be upset. This one girl sent me this picture of her in the tub. She was naked. She was like this. I saved it. I said, "Whoa, why did that go back to like 2 weeks before we started talking?" There's a story there.
No, you know what? You know what really gonna hurt? You know what the joint that hurt them is if you go through they friend group chat. That shit gonna definitely hurt if they.
I'm not gonna lie to you. For one, I would never go through a woman's phone ever again in my life, like seriously. But also, I would never, ever go through a group chat because I would hate to see what they saying about me.
Yeah, y'all
like
be
especially if the one of them that you pissed them, because you know when you piss a friend off, all the other friends is going to vibe off of that energy. I don't know why you mess with that ugly ass nigga anyway.
Oh yeah, they definitely gonna flame me on that though.
All I did was say I wanted to go to a different restaurant. I ain't like the one she chose. Like
you didn't see the messages before that or know the conversation over the phone before that.
No, niece, I definitely saved the picture, and it's not even a fact of like saving the picture because I want the keepsake. I want to know when you sent this. I got a picture, and it was a couple months ago, and that shit went back to 2020. I was like, First of all, I was like, you ain't got nothing a little fresher?
Look, no, that's nothing. I know guys that send the same picture to multiple females, and it's not even him.
Yeah. Whoa, that's dirty work. That's nasty work. That's nasty work.
I was sitting and me and my friends was talking one day, and this one girl said that a guy was sending out stick pictures, and she was like, they pictures that she was sending from offline. I'm like, how did you know it was from offline? She was like, because I put it in Google and backwards referenced it. I was like, whoa. Shit.
Man, she did some research. The fuck, I didn't even heard of that shit.
Oh, shit. But I was like, that's very weird to me because I was like, me personally, I don't send out stick pictures. I will tell a young lady, if that's your thing, when you with me, you can take your own picture, but I'm not taking a picture and sending it to you. But also, I was like, that man was online and he was like, yeah, this the one.
Right. Like, pause and all that. That's crazy.
Yeah. Right. No Diddy, no Pee Wee Herman, no MC Hammer, whatever it is that the young kids are saying these days. But with that being said, producer, let's jump into that spotlight. Now, Mr. Player Wade, Mr. J. King himself, I appreciate you calling in this evening. Good brother, your clip's been doing numbers.
That shit was crazy.
Just from the podcast of me being on your show, I had a cousin call me earlier about an opportunity to do a live podcast. Unfortunately, schedule-wise, it didn't work out for me, but I was like, damn. She called me about doing my podcast, but she caught the clip from his show.
It's crazy, man.
I'm a little pissed. But no, I love it. I like to see all my brothers do good, but good brother. First of all, I went back and watched the last episode when you dropped it on Friday, and it was a fire episode. I was all intrigued like I wasn't on the show.
Yeah, I watched it a couple times myself. I ain't gonna hold you. But I love that. I mean, we was able to do a part 2 last year, and it was just dope, man. It was dope.
For sure. And if schedules allow, I'm always down to come and do your show. But tell the good people what you have in store for your episode that should be dropping tomorrow at 11.
Yeah, you know, it's part 2 again, man. I got my bro on there again. Money in the building. We talking about independent women this time. Whew, get crazy on that, John. It's dropping tomorrow, 11 o'clock. If you got YouTube, subscribe. My channel is Playaway TV. The show is Unbrotherly
Wait,
Love, Unsisterly Advice.
say it one more time because you got like an alien voice when you tried to say it.
Oh, my bad. It's Unbrotherly Love, Unsisterly Advice on Playaway TV on YouTube, man. Check it out. Show love, man.
Definitely. It is a dope show. I loved it.
And be flaming all his exes on his jaw. So tomorrow, definitely check in. He flamed all of them.
Well, if you would like to see me flame my exes, make sure you get your subscription to the network. It's a simple $4.99 every month, and I have an episode of my hot seat up there.
Yes.
Where I also flame my exes and tell some of my nastiest stories.
That was a very interesting interview.
I don't say nasty in the sense of being freaky. I mean nasty in the sense of I got off that podcast and I was like, damn, you're really a piece of shit.
Yo, I gotta check that. Salute to back to you, Big Exclusive.
But
the next set of questions.
Yo, actually, Joe, type the link in a private chat and Big Exclusive if you could post it.
The link for the joint for tomorrow?
Yeah.
All right.
But
well, it ain't going to drop to tomorrow, so you can't watch it to tomorrow anyway.
Well, see,
or you want me to put? I can put the link from last week.
Yeah, put the link up for last week, and people can check that out, and then they know where to go to check it out for tomorrow.
I got you.
But nah, it was definitely a fire episode. We talked about a lot of things, and excuse me, El Presidente in 2 weeks, because I'm gonna let his episode cook. I would like to have you come back, and I would like to talk about that as the Lambs Talk.
Okay, I got you.
Because it was an interesting conversation, and it wasn't like a bashing thing. It was very candid, honest conversation on both sides.
Okay.
And I think that people think that men like independent women for like selfish, lazy reasons, and I've always provided for myself. I've never in my adult life, since I moved out the crib, I've never depended on a woman. Honestly, the only roommate I've ever had was only because the Army made me. So I think that a lot of people look at guys, and I prefer an independent woman, but a lot of people look at guys, one independent. Well, let's save that for the episode.
I'll say that not all women look at men who want or seek independent women because they look at him in that way.
Okay.
You know what? Real women, actual women, little girls or females that want something from a man will look at a man in that way. However, an actual woman that has something going for herself and wants absolutely nothing from a man does not see men that want independent women that way.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. But Mr. J. King, Player Wave himself, I appreciate you checking in. I appreciate you coming up and being a spotlight segment for this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, there is the link for you to check out the episode. Definitely, matter of fact, make sure you like, share, and subscribe Joe's show as well. First of all, he's a walking network on his own. He is the Instagram Eddie Murphy because he got like 4 or 5 shows of his own, and he has a different personality on all these shows. And being a person that knew him since the 5th grade, I'm like, yo, how are you sitting there? Like, I don't even see this person when I see you, but you putting this out there for the world. What the fuck is going on right now? But no, I love it. Got a new subscriber, Joe.
Appreciate you. Appreciate the subscribe, man. Thank you, man.
But no, definitely, like, I don't have people up here that I don't like what they present. If I have them up here, I'm stamping them as a person that I like what they do. And I appreciate you coming up here, good brother. One last word for the people.
Yeah, man. You know, I appreciate you, Big Exclusive Network, my man.
Aunt Money killing it every week. Shout out to El Presidente. Thank you for having me on, brother. Tomorrow, definitely check me and my sister out on Brotherly Love and Sisterly Advice. And your boy is out, man. Know that.
You got 2 subscribers.
Oh, appreciate you. Appreciate the second one. Thank y'all.
El Presidente, this was a dope show. As always, I appreciate your time. I like to make sure all my co-hosts know I appreciate you putting time aside to be up here for my shenanigans. Do you have any last words for the good people?
Thank you everybody for tuning in. Please continue to tune in. Same time, same date, same day. Also subscribe on YouTube for the exclusive content. Okay, you want to
subscriptions.
You want to see Aunt Money's hot seat, and you want to see the new hot seat that's going to be coming out, because I got some more fire that's going to dig even deeper. Then you want to check out my hot seat as well. I think I put my foot in my mouth because I also said no skips, and I don't know about that. I don't want to backpedal, but we'll see how that goes. But please subscribe on YouTube, and thank you again for everybody for tuning in.
All right, good people. Like I like to end my show. He said we gonna barbecue you,
and that's why your Giants ain't SH.
Oh shit! But I want to say, good people, live every day like it's your last. Make sure you are prepared for tomorrow. We are about 2 weeks away from Election Day. Make sure you get out and vote. Aunt Money for President 2024. God bless and good night.
Hey, Tiff, this one's for you.
You're a crumb creep. I want to fight you. But you don't have the courage. You're a real crumb bum.
Bring it on, honey. I'm nothing.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.